This is a really big topic. This topic is one that pretty much everybody should watch and think about and consider. This is the foundation of what makes or breaks most people from succeeding with sharing with Young Living. You can post all day long. You can do stories all day long. You can easily go on your profile and say something. You can talk about people. But all of a sudden, when that opportunity to message somebody, to type out something specifically for somebody, to open the sale or close the sale, many of us have these beautiful intentions, but when that opportunity actually happens, we either panic and don't do it, or we just don't do it the way that we should. And we have to think about this. So let me give you a point of view. Okay, so our good intentions are why. Why are we telling people about our products? Why are we posting? Why are we talking about the oils? Why are we talking about the health style? Why are we doing this? We're doing this because we know this stuff works. We're doing this because we know that it's going to help people. And we're doing this because we really care. Making money is helpful, but also with Young Living, that there's more return than making money. Is it a bonus to make money with something that you love? Yeah, there is a huge bonus with that. But so think about this. We're all so afraid to be a salesperson. We're all so afraid to be vulnerable and to get that no. So I need you to really sit down and really think about these things so that you can be successful and you can gain some trust in yourself and just go on. So let's break down a couple walls, okay? Let's break down some walls. Reasons why you might panic when it's time to message somebody. What do you go into? Are they going to judge me? Are they going to think I'm just selling something to them? Are they going to say no? Are they going to get mad about it? Are they going to laugh at me? Or are they actually going to answer and I don't know what to say? Are they going to ask me something I don't know the answer to? Etc. I think those are pretty much the top ones. I don't know what to say to them. I don't know how to say it. I don't know what they need, etc. So let's go through some scenarios and some ideas. Back up. We're not going to go scenarios yet. When we think about these things and we create these walls between you and that goal, it's your fear. It's your fear of being rejected. It's your fear of looking silly. It's your fear of having a weakness. It's your fear of being let down, etc., etc., etc. I'm going to tell you that sometimes people are going to say no. Sometimes people are going to not answer you back. Sometimes people are going to say that's not for me or come back with something else. But other times people are going to say, oh my God, thank you. And then 3 months later, you're going to say, oh my gosh, if you didn't message me 3 months ago, I would have never felt this good in my entire life. Or thank you so much for messaging me 4 weeks ago. My son is sleeping through the night. If you wouldn't have messaged me a year ago, I wouldn't have been able to stick with my diet and had the courage to continue. So now you have to sit there and go, these are all those beautiful stories. These are all the things that you can do to help people. And these are the things that are going to be uncomfortable. Which one weighs out the other? It's this one. I will take 4 no answers, ignores, or comments over and allow that one person to have that beautiful experience. To me, that's worth it. Even if you have to just swallow these. So this is how we're going to take it. We're going to go over both of these scenarios and what you have to do to process them for yourselves. These ones, confidence booster, obviously. So when you do message that person and it is exactly what they need, you open that for them. You open that door, that book for them and said, here's the options. Let me walk with you. Let me run with you. And these are the opportunities, and this is going to help you and lead them and run with them and give them the information. How do you do that stuff? Send them a welcome card, add them to our groups, check up on them, just say, hey, how you doing? Did you get your starter kit yet? Or message me when you get your starter kit. When you do that, we have on my YouTube, we have a one-on-one class, or in our group we have one class. You can meet with them, you can do a video, or you can do a Skype, you can do whatever works best for you. In our Instagram, in our Instagram group, we actually have a one-on-one video, so you can tag them into that if they're not on Facebook. But those are all those things, and they continue to help them grow, and just check on them once in a while. You open that, and the thing is like, they're not members, they're not clients, they're friends. You're making a new friend. It's a friendship, it's a relationship. You have, you check in on your buddy. You see how they're doing. That's all you're doing. Don't be afraid. They're not looking at you like, oh, here's the salesperson, here she comes. This is where you have the opportunity with Young Living to raise that mindset of salesperson and input friend. And that's what you deserve for yourself, and that's what you deserve for your team. So this is where I'm asking you to take that wall of sales and any prejudgments from the past and literally cut those cords, release it, pound through that wall, deteriorate it, let it go, and put it behind you and say, we are not salespeople. We are friends, and we care for our people. So no matter what people think, no matter what the judgments are, if they first think that I'm going to be a salesperson, when they work with me and they follow me and they see, they're going to know I'm a friend. And you have to allow yourself to know that if you put that out, that's what they're going to receive. Yes, we have to close the sale in order to enroll those people. But if you close the sale and send them a card in the mail, they know you're a friend. If you close a sale and you say, hey, I want to help you walk through your starter kit, they know, oh, I've never had somebody do this with me. Okay, who's ever walked through a product with me? This is awesome. So you have to remember that you are creating your own boundaries. You have to break them down. You have to understand, and that's like me. Like, I have Young Living in this beautiful ball, and I know anybody that I say anything to, it's to help them. Anything that I say, even if I'm closing the sale, it's to help them. And anything that's fueled into that cup is for help. It's not selfishness. It's not greed. It's not trickery, because we're not fooling anybody. This stuff's good stuff. And that's also something that you have to let go of. Like, you're not selling something that you have to try to figure out if it's good or not. You already know it is. So we can release all that anxiety, because you're not fooling anybody. This stuff works. If they try it, if they use it. So be ready and be willing to put on the new jacket, the friend jacket versus the salesperson jacket, okay? And know that, and really sit there and know that I'm doing this for their good. I'm doing this because it's in my heart. I am talking from my heart, and from my heart cannot be wrong. We talk through our experiences. Your experiences are not wrong. It may not be what other people see, but you know that your experiences is true. So continue to put out your experiences, and people have very similar experiences. The more you talk about them, the more that they can feel that like you do, and know you're not a salesperson. You're a friend. Partner, So let's go into the other part. The harder part, the part of, okay, I've been following somebody for a while. They followed me back, and they always talk about anxiety, and I don't know how to approach them. I want to say something really bad, but I don't even know this person, or I know this person, I'm scared to say something, and I want to make sure that I do it right, and I don't want to mess up anything, or maybe I shouldn't do anything, and you're like in your head back and forth. I don't want to, I want to, I don't want to, I want to, I don't want to, I want to. Your intention is to help people. So if you see somebody's account and you're like, yeah, they need this, trust yourself. You've already set that intention that you're sharing Young Living. So if your gut tells you to message that person, you better honor your gut, because the more you quiet your gut and ignore those instincts, the less they're going to show you. And the more you're like, oh my God, I have no idea what to do. If you continue to quiet that beautiful instinct that you have opened, it's not going to receive as much. You're not going to get as much. So every single time you think to send something to somebody, just do it. Just do it. How are some ways to send information to people? Okay, so the person posts about anxiety. Maybe it's in their stories, right? Okay, so they have this thing about anxiety, and you're like, oh my God, they need White Angelica so bad, or they need Valor so bad. So on the little thing at the bottom where you can comment or send a little picture, right on there, I totally know how you feel. Send the message. If they just heart it, okay, you open the door. Maybe you could try again. Or if they write back, oh my God, you do. Or, if they have a conversation with you, they open that door. Or you can say, I like to just be real with the person. And I would never say, hey, I have a starter kit you can use for that. I like to build a connection. So I'm building a friendship first. So I see something that I can post on, or somebody posts something and you're like, oh my God, they need this and this. Instead of, you can like that comment, you can say something, but I always go to message and I send them a private message, because now this is between me and them. I'm going to say, I saw your message about the anxiety and I just wanted to reach out to you because I used to have the same problems, and I started using Valor, which is an oil, and it boosted my confidence, so I kind of felt better about myself. And then now I'm using White Angelica, and it takes away the negative energy that causes that anxiety, and I can make it through way easier than I used to. I just thought that maybe that would be helpful for you. Open the door. Have them reply. If they don't reply, you can always write back. Let me know if it's something that you're interested in the future. Me personally, what I would do, if I know they follow me, I would post that next couple days about anxiety, to be completely frank, because I know they're seeing those things. So sometimes they just need to see examples. And like I posted the other day, it takes 7 times for somebody to commit to something once they see it. So if you know that that's something that they're open to, then, if you post that in the stories, it's going to just put that information in there. You have to understand that people, especially with emotions, need a lot of trust. So if you're constantly posting about anything, they at least see that you're not coming out of the woodwork just to sell something. And that's what posting in your stories, or just once in a while putting like one thing on your actual newsfeed a week, allows people to see over time and to trust over time that you're a resource, so that if you do message them, it's not random. It's not random. And they're like, oh, okay, I've seen her post tons of times. Okay, tell me a little bit more about it, that's a lot of times I'll post things on my stories and people will be like, oh my God, I love that. That sounds so nice. And I'll say, if it's something that I've never talked to about it, I'll just say, hey, I can send you a sample, which reminds me, I need to send out a sample. Or I love this stuff too. I started using it because of this, and I give an experience so that they can see a little deeper of why I use it. And if you have a conversation, be like, I can send you out a sample if you want. Or go to my website and you can look at all the other options we have. And just feel it out. But if you keep that door closed and you don't open it and have a conversation, you're not going to have that connection with that person, and they're not going to know that it's an opportunity to enroll with you. Many people on social media just promote things because they want to. Majority of people do not actually realize that they can sell things. So people will be like, oh, they posted about an oil. So then they just go to Walmart and buy that oil because they just think you can get it anywhere. When in reality, if you would have been like, hey, have a conversation with them, whatever that is, and go with your gut. That opens the door. Oh, I didn't know I could buy it from you. And people will say that all the time. Oh, I had no idea you sell this stuff. Oh yeah, I do. That's why I talk about it every day. And people just don't get that, don't understand. So other things too, periodically put on there, on your stories and stuff, hey, message me if you have questions about, stress, anxiety, etc. If you have people that you have noticed been following you and you don't know how to talk to them, look at their Instagram, look at their profile, look at their needs, and think about what they post the most about, what they really need, and do some posts about that. And here it is. Send them one of your stories. I think you might like this. And just put it in that way. That's a very easy and direct way to open the door to people. And they could always just like it, and you could just leave it at that, But if they say something, oh yeah, that sounds really interesting, or oh, it's not for me, that's fine. Well, you can still post it in your stories a couple more times, and it might be for them. But if you can do those little subtle things, it's opening the door. It's opening the door, and anybody, even if they say no to you, the door's open. I've had so many people say no to me, and over time, because I open that door, I see that they start paying attention to my stuff. They start noticing what I'm posting, and over time, they'll message me later on. Or 6 months later, I'm going to send you another thing. Boop. And then maybe they'll just like it, or maybe they'll be like, yeah, I see that I see you post about that red drink all the time. It really intrigues me, but I just don't do anything about it. That was one of my comments a couple weeks ago. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm like, well, if you're curious, here's my website. Okay, cool. You can be very direct, or you can put big conversations into it. The more you're yourself, the easier. We get so scared with that initial. When that initial can be so subtle as a simple send, or an actual comment or experience. The people that appreciate the most are the ones that have that private conversations with us in Messenger or Instagram Messenger, and you can tell them something that you experienced so that they see it past that graphic. They see it past that understanding. Like, we'll post about, valor. It's really good for confidence, woohoo. But you could be like, hey, I saw that you liked my and commented on my post about the valor. I just wanted to message you and be like, it's, and just tell them something that they might need. So if it's your girlfriend from school that is really shy, be like, I use this, to really help me to be able to talk to people. And it's really helped me. And they're like, oh, really? That's weird. I'm a really big introvert. Oh, I didn't know that. Sometimes you just have to have those conversations. I will tell you, the first couple times you message people, it's going to feel super scary. And you just have to put valor on and what Angelica and just send it, because the biggest thing that you have to remember is, and this is where I always get stuck, if you don't message them with your big heart, and I know that every single person that's watching this right now has a huge heart. If you don't message them with a big heart and open that door for them, somebody that does not have a big heart, I'm being very brutally honest right now, somebody that does not have a big heart and is literally headhunting people for their sales, and not for their wellness, will gobble them up. And this gets me so mad, because there's so many people that will just headhunt people, and people that will just jump into ordering something because someone presented the sale, and then they come to me and say, well, they're not helping me, they haven't taught me anything, etc. I wish I knew I could have gone with you. And then I'm like, oh, I should have just messaged you like I wanted to the first time. So trust your gut, because these people deserve to have the window open. And yes, you're putting yourself out there. Yes, you're being vulnerable, but wouldn't you rather them be a part of our team with our knowledge and our support and our love than not have that option, or to be stuck on something with somebody that just wanted their sale? There's, this is my, wow, I've been doing this for a really long time. I guess I never really thought about that. This is my 10th year. That's not right. 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. This is my 7th year of doing Young Living. And every single day I lead with my heart. And some people really scare me. Some situations scare the crap out of me, and I get so nervous. And sometimes the people don't answer. Sometimes I write things to people and they do not answer. And then other times they'll actually come back with, oh, I hate that stuff. That stuff doesn't work. But then there's those people that make it worth it, where they message you and say, oh my God, my son is better. How did you know to do that? I'm so thankful you messaged me. And I think of those people, and I will take some of the people that are just ignoring me and nasty over that chance that that person's going to be the person that really appreciates it and values it the way they need to. Oh, it gets me so emotional. That stuff is what it's worth it. That stuff's what we're here for. And, so don't be scared, because if you hold yourself back, you're holding that opportunity back for that person. And this is a gift. This is a gift for people. This is a gift that we have to offer. So don't get frustrated. Just trust yourself and trust that no matter what they say, you can message, I'm trying to be really good with my phone, me or anybody else, and get those answers for them. But we can plug them into a community of people that are there for people. And I'll tell you that other oil teams do not have that. Some have some things, but a lot of them don't. And I can tell you that Young Living has changed my life 100%. And I want that for everybody else. So that's why I do this every single day. My day is so stressed. I should be doing something else, but I couldn't live without these products and these oils. It's changed me. So I make the time to do this because it's that important to me. And I will do this every single day until I can't. So remember that. If you're nervous, it's just because it's preconceived fears that you've created that do not pertain to Young Living. We are a family. We are going to take care of each other, and you are not selling somebody out for something. You are offering them something. And you just have to continue to push through that. And every single time you trust yourself and just go for it, it's going to get easier. You're going to get better at it, and it's going to flow a lot better. It's like anything. The more and more you ride your bike, the easier it is. It's the same thing. You just have to do it. If you're, and just trust and remember, you'll receive what you put out. Okay. So if you guys need a little more details on things, I will look. I'm looking to see if I can find some starters and stuff. I think there's some in this group, but just trust yourself. Just message them. Reply to one of their things, comment on one of their things, open the door, send a heart to something that they're saying, or say, I hear ya, I know what that feels like, or I used to be like that, and open the door if you want to be very subtle, if you want to be more direct. You be like, I've had an experience like this. Don't just say I have an oil for that. That's so cheesy. I've had an experience where I felt the same way, and what I do now is I found that the oils help me get through with it, and these are the oils that I use, etc., and explain why you use them and what they're used for. It opens the door. They can read that and they can think about it. And then while they're thinking about it, if they don't write back, it's really easy to put some stuff in your stories that support that information. Reiterate that information so it keeps their mind thinking, so they message you. Think about how you would like to be approached, and think about the love you'd like to be approached with. Think about what worked for you. Think about what was your hesitation and why you didn't. And then think about how much it's changed you since you started using the stuff. And in that opportunity, you can use those examples on how to approach people and what not to say to people, how to say things to people. But also always remember, if someone didn't present the opportunity to enroll, you wouldn't have enrolled. You would have just gone to Walmart, or ordered it online on Amazon or something. So I hope this is helpful. Have a good day.